Hello, this is Beth with Salida Circus, and today we have another balloon tutorial. We're doing the classic balloon dog. This is normally one of the first balloons that people learn when they learn balloon twisting. I actually find this one more difficult for beginners to learn because there's several pieces you have to hold in place at once. So we learned the other balloons earlier on, and now we're going to move on to the balloon dog. So today the supplies you're going to need is a 260 balloon, your balloon pump, and optional supplies, your scissors, and optional Sharpie marker. So as always, I'm going to start by showing you the balloon a little bit faster. You're going to see the progression of how the pieces get put together, and then we'll do it slower together. You can pause the video now if you need to go get your supplies. So I'll start by showing you. First, you're going to blow up the balloon. You're going to leave a tail of 4 to 5 inches on the end. Let some air out so it's easier to tie. And we're going to start with the dog's nose. I'm going to give him a nose about 1 inch, a 1 inch bubble to 1.5 inch, and twist the balloon towards me. This is where it gets tricky. If I let go, the nose falls apart. So we have to hold the nose in place while twisting the ears. So I'm going to give him some tall ears. They're going to be maybe 2 inches. That's 1 ear. I'm twisting the bubble towards me. To make the second ear, I want it to be the same size as the first ear. I'm going to fold the balloon down and pinch it really tight. Now I'm still holding all of these pieces together. If I let go of the nose, everything unravels. So I'm holding the nose in one hand, and I'm going to pinch this tight and twist in the other. That creates the face for the dog. So we have the dog's nose and 2 ears. That's the hard part. So now we go on to the easy part. We're going to make its neck, a small 1/2 inch to 1 inch bubble. We're going to hold the neck, because if we let go of the neck, everything will unravel, while we do his 2 legs. So for his legs, we're just going to loop it around like this, hold it tight like we did for the ears, and twist it towards me. Now we can let go. We've twisted it 3 times or so, and it's nice and tight. So now we're going to give the dog a body. We're going to twist it here. Again, we have to hold the body while we make the back legs, or else this will all unravel. So we're going to hold the body in place and twist the legs. And now my dog has a super long tail. This is where the optional scissors come in. So I'm going to make some space where it's deflated and make sure I'm holding on tight so I don't lose the whole dog, and let out air to the tail size I choose for my dog. And then I'm going to tie it off. And I have that little hanging bit, so I'm going to cut that off right after the knot. And there's my classic balloon dog. So now we can all get started together. You have your 260 balloon. You're going to blow it up till you have about a 4 inch tail at the end, maybe 5 inches. So it's going to look like this. Now you're going to let some of the air out so that you have a longer nozzle to tie your balloon with, and tie your knot. This is the nose for your dog. I'm going to take about 1 inch to 1.5 inches for the nose and twist the balloon 3 times towards me. I'm holding this in my left hand the whole time. If you're left-handed, you want to hold it in your right hand and twist the other way. I'm going to keep holding this while I make a twist for the ear. That's going to be about 2 inches up. So you're holding this and you make the twist here. Some people find it useful to hold it against the body. That way you kind of have pressure against the body so the nose doesn't unravel. I'm going to hold it up here so you can see, but if it's down here and you're doing it like that, that's okay. So we have the nose, and one ear. We're going to make the other ear by folding it down and twisting it together like this. Pinch it really tight and twist it towards me. 3 times around and let go. There's your dog face. You might need to pause it and try this again. I do find this to be quite tricky. If you got it the first time, congratulations. This is not an easy thing. Once you master this, you're moving along quickly with balloon twisting. So now we're ready to do the neck. We're going to do a 1/2 inch to a 1 inch bubble and twist it towards us. You want to hold the whole head and neck in place, because if I let go, well, I've twisted it pretty well. It comes undone. Okay, so we're going to twist it and hold it in place. And for this one, we're going to make the legs by making a loop. We just fold it in half for however long we want the legs to be. Maybe 2 inches. So you have 2 inches on each side for the legs. And you're going to hold the head and turn it in place around the neck. 3 times is pretty good. So it's a little crooked right now. That's okay. We can straighten the holding out later because we do a lot of twisting and maneuvering. You might be holding it against your body. The face might get smushed and turned sideways. That's fine. As long as you have the right number of bubbles, we can make it look right at the end. So we're going to make the body. I'm going to do about a 3-inch body and twist it. We have to hold this in place. The balloons lock together when you have 2 twists in the same direction. So this only has 1 balloon twisted, so there's nothing for it to lock with. So we're going to lock it by making the back legs. We're going to make them the same size as the front legs, so I'm going to use the front legs to measure off of. Squeeze it tight and turn it towards me. Now if as you're making this you notice your balloon is really tight and it feels like it's going to pop, you can look at the tail. And if you still have a little bit of room at the tail, you're okay. The air is just going to push to the end and it's going to fill out the rest of the balloon. If this is really, really tight, your balloon might pop. But like I said, you can't be afraid of balloons popping. So just go for it. Hope it doesn't pop, but if it pops, that's part of the process. So now let's arrange our balloon. We are going to move the neck forward. So just arrange it so that it's looking the way you expect it to look. The nose is between the ears. You have your classic balloon dog. Now his tail is a little too long, so I'm going to use this nozzle at the end. If you don't have a nozzle at the end and it's all the way full, what you're going to do is push the air down just a little bit. So you create a little tip that you can let some air out of. Don't let go too much because you could lose all the air in your balloon. And I snip the edge with my scissors. And then I pick where I want the new tail length to be. And I hold it tight and let the air out everywhere else. It can easily get away from you. This takes a little bit of practice. Then I'm going to tie the knot where I want the tail to end. And make sure it's nice and tight so no more air is going to escape, and then I can cut off the extra. You can also cut off the extra for the dog's nose. I like that because it's like the classic balloon dog with that little nose like that. So I'm going to leave it there today. So there's your balloon dog. This one I do think you might need to practice quite a bit. It's okay if you didn't get it the first time. Slow down, rewind it, try it again. Let me know if you have any questions. I would spend a good hour if you have the time practicing this, because that way you have it nice and memorized. It does take a while to get this one. If you have any questions, you can contact me. I'd also love to see pictures of your work. Happy balloon twisting!